me grab my screen.
I didn't try and fix that this week. I should have, but I didn't put it on my list. So we're gonna go with Twitch.
It's okay. There's several things I forgot to do for tech as well.
It's fine.
Okay. All right. So it looks like we're live. Looks a lot like we're live. I'm gonna try and move this.
You are live.
See if it moves on the screen. It does. Yep. Cool. Hi, internet. Okay. Thank you guys for your patience. I am so very sorry. Terrible traffic. So I usually like to start these things with a recap from our last session. And then once we get a little further into this, I'll start asking character, like, concentration question type things. But for now, I'm just going to do a recap for a couple of sessions, if that's okay. Y'all ready for this? All right.
Let's do the thing.
Yeah.
Oh, does everybody have dice? Does everybody have water or whiskey?
Have dice.
Yes on dice for everyone?
Yes on dice. Yes. Also yes on whiskey, as it turns out.
Or God of Water.
I also have whiskey with my brand new stainless steel dice in them. Ha ha ha. So I am the coolest GM.
Yay!
Yay!
That's pretty dope.
All right, recap beginning now. So everyone made it to town, the town of Wald, last night, and you checked into the Candlestick. I can talk. Blech. You checked into the Candlestick Inn. You all have different reasons to be here, and I will leave it at that. A dwarf called Felix just announces to the Candlestick Inn common room that he's looking to hire some treasure hunters, while you're all eating a nice hearty bowl of soup. So, for reasons of your own, you guys follow him upstairs, and he tells you that he needs a group to go down into the sinkhole and retrieve a piece of some contraption for his masters. He'll pay you 500 gold for the piece he needs, and he'll pay extra for any other shinies you happen across. Brandon Brandybrook attempts to haggle with him, but with no success. Geth has decided you are all friends now, and Brandel likes shiny things. On the street, you bargain with a gnome named Jer for a map to Jolly's Lamp Emporium. A bit later, you're set upon by disgruntled thugs, being directed by an intelligent skeleton, which is an oddity, to be sure. And you vanquish all of your foes, and you are gathering yourselves to continue. Some other interesting things that happened is that Druge seems to have a bit of a temper, but Quentin seems to be able to calm him down. The skeleton was created by a unique and powerful ritual to raise her as undead, and she appeared to be unaware of her undead state, just insisting she had allergies. The RP point from last game went to Brandon Brandybrook for his attempted bargaining, both with Felix and with Jer. Honorable mentions included Druge using his trunk to grab someone and pull them onto his tusks to gore them, which is gross. Marthala for... What?
Also metal AF.
Yes.
Continue.
Marthala was also an honorable mention for running the skeleton through and then sort of puppeteering it. And then the last honorable mention was Brandel's panicked sleep spell. Went really well. I have in the Discord shared what that rough image looked like that Felix gave you, that he said he was looking for this part.
Yes.
So refer to that if you need to be reminded.
Granulometer.
No, dude, that's a map. We went over this.
So, any questions before we get started?
I have none.
No.
Okay. You have just piled a bunch of bodies in a corner. You are standing...
Are you in a visible corner?
No, you just sort of like, piled them in a corner, and then you're like... And like continued on your way. Oh, I forgot music. Oh, you can't hear this. Well, but the stream can. It's the stream that matters.
Ouch.
City...
That's one of the things that was on my list I didn't get to this week, is fixing that.
There we go. Oh, that's really loud for me. I'm reducing it. Okay. No, go away. You go away. Go. No. But technology. Okay. So you're standing in the street, and you've piled those bodies away, and you've sort of walked away. And now you have a choice here to continue on with your map, or be like, screw it, and just keep going deeper.
Yeah, there was a hole, right?
You're
On the
you're
ground?
heading towards a sinkhole. Like that's your
okay.
goal. You've been instructed to go to Jolly's Lamp Emporium to meet up with a constable that Felix knows. Felix, that's his contact, is this like city watch person, and the city watch person is gonna like tell you what to do next. Felix got this contract from that city watch guy, and so he'll tell you more about it. Or she, they will tell you more about it when you get to them. So your goal is to get to Jolly's Lamp Emporium, and from there you'll be told how to get into the sinkhole,
Right, and the map that we got was for Jolly's lamp place, right?
which you picked up from Jer, that gnome that was kind of sketchy earlier.
Yep.
Yeah.
Okay.
And then the map says that Jolly's is which direction from where we're at?
Down.
Great.
Okay. We'll head
Down
down.
it is.
Down
We'll
it is.
head down.
Any
Okay.
of you yahoos know this area temple?
Oh, my dynamic lighting isn't on. Hold, please. Hold for technology.
That's
Where's my? Where's my?
Um,
Where is it? Come here. Dynamic fog. Oh. Oh God.
Just give it a second. You'll be good. Did you give the tokens lights?
No.
There you go.
Fine.
Easy fix.
Nope. It's not easy.
No?
It's gonna take forever. Go away, dynamic fog. Okay, so you go down the street. You get to about here.
Where?
You get to about here. And then, an old man is hobbling up towards you. And this is the old man. He's a puppy, and I love him. He's hobbling up the street, and his long staff is bearing most of his weight. His wrinkled face tells a tale of many hard years lived in poverty, and as he passes an alleyway entrance, he looks up at you and grins, revealing his last few remaining teeth. But even as he opens his mouth as if to speak, a pair of meaty gray arms emerge from the alleyway entrance and jerk him into the darkness.
Oh. Did he look
Well,
surprised by that?
It's hard to say. He's a bit far away.
I reckon we just stay away from that there alley.
Okay.
Marthala, without listening, is going to go after the.
Okay. So Marthala approaches this alleyway.
Right, Angel face, that's not our battle.
Quentin kind of rolls his eyes and jogs behind her.
Yeah,
Quentin
Geth
is
is.
this
Yeah, I'm
Sprinting
gonna
binder.
go. I'm gonna go with Quentin.
Quentin's coming. Geth, I think,
Well,
is.
damn it.
everyone else is going.
Wait. Which one's Geth? This one's Brandel. This one's
I'm the dude in the middle.
Druge. This one's Geth. Geth. Okay, and this one must be. This one's Relic,
Yeah,
right?
I
And
picked
this
for you,
one's
Stash.
Brandel.
Yeah,
Okay.
everyone's going.
Fair.
Yeah.
Okay,
Do
so-
I have a token? I don't know that I know that I did. submit
You're
one to
the
them.
you're the lady with
You're
long
the
blonde
blonde.
hair.
Cool.
At least for now.
Okay, so Marthala's running in there first. Please roll for initiative.
Oh,
Everyone?
Yo,
Yep.
Oh no.
I said
Oh.
I worry about this.
Okay.
first roll with the new dice. Let's go.
Ooh.
Oh.
Okay.
Hey,
My initiative is.
I finally get a nat 20, and it's on initiative.
Well done.
You get to go first, dude.
What we were just discussing last night, across 3 campaigns, he's never rolled a nat 20. Oddly enough, I rolled a nat 1 on the very same roll.
I also rolled a nat 1.
I rolled a 7.
Oh.
Wait, I'm not
Alright,
supposed to
My
tell you guys
9
that.
isn't so bad by comparison.
Okay.
Yeah. I have 11. Okay. Yeah, go
Anybody
ahead.
roll above a 20?
22.
22 for Drew.
Wow.
Anything
Okay.
from 15 to 20.
Crickets.
Anything from 10 to 15.
I got
Oh,
12.
I have 11.
Marthala rolled an 11 as well.
12.
I got the 12. Who rolled an 11? Marthala and
Brandel. Brandel.
Brandel. Thank you guys for being patient with me as I learn your names.
Yeah, it's fine.
Anything between a 5 and a 10?
I have a 5.
5.
How much do you have for initiative?
4.
Wow. Okay.
1, 2, 3, 4,
dang.
5. That's only 5 of
Alright.
you. Geth, what did you roll?
So I rolled a natural 1, so I have a 3.
Well done.
Oof. Yeah, it's the cleric going last. That's fine.
That's
It'll
true.
be alright.
Actually,
You have time to
When we
take
all
damage.
die.
Reaction.
you have time to watch all of them die horribly. That'll be great. Wait, what? I'm sorry. What? I said nothing.
I'll grab the popcorn.
Okay, so Druge, you're up first. What you see is a very tall for a Duragar, female Duragar with her arms wrapped around this old man. And then you also see a very sort of tiny female tiefling. And the tiefling is... I have tokens for a reason, Shauna. Hold, please, while I grab tokens. We're going to call this the tiefling, and we're going to call this the Duergar. So what you see is... this. So you see the Bernard is the old man, and the whatever that is, the Chihuahua is the Duergar. And then the tiefling is like back here in the shadows. And
Cool.
Yeah, this is what you see.
Cool. Once the stream updates, I will have a better sense of where stuff is. Okay, cool. Got it. So Duragar is holding old man. Do I get the sense that there's some malicious intent there?
Oh, I put something in my mouth. Hang on. Food. I put food in my mouth.
Thank you for clarifying.
Dirty minds. Okay. So yeah. So what you see here is the old man is sort of. It's almost like he's struggling, but he also like his stick is on the ground, so he doesn't have good balance, and so it's a little unclear as to whether this Durgard is like holding him up or like hauling him off, because they're sort of like struggling back and forth right now. But the Durgard, those were the arms that you saw come out of the alley and like snatch him back.
I don't know that that is enough for Druge to jump in and start something. What I will do is move up to the probably just right in front of Marthala. I think I've got enough movement for that. Yeah, 30 feet of movement should get me there. And I will hold an action to use my last 5 feet of movement and attempt to grapple the old man and pull him away from the Duragar. Should I get the intent? There is malicious intent there.
Okay, do you want to do... Can you roll me an intimidation check? Because I believe you're still sort of like dripping blood, right?
Yeah, probably a little bit.
Yeah, do me an intimidation check, please.
Based on charisma or strength.
We're gonna go on charisma, because it's more
Cool.
about your appearance right now.
$17.
Nat 1. You intimidate the shit out of this girl. Okay, so the way this looks is, old man gets snatched into the alley and Marthala is like hoofing it. And Druge is closest behind. Druge, I feel like you I imagine that you kind of like step in front of, because you're quite a large figure. So you sort of like step at least one step in front of Marthala, and you're ready. Like your hands are out, kind of.
Yep.
And so the way this poor Duragar sees this is like giant elephant man coming at me, Loxodon, not cool. So she drops the old man on the ground and throws her hands up in the air. and she
Uh,
says, "Hey, we didn't have what are you doing? We're not doing anything. What do you want? What do you want? What do you want?"
I don't think Drew says anything. I think he'll just kind of look back towards the rest of the group and kind of like one ear kind of shrugs, but I don't think he takes any further action aside from that.
Okay. Next up is so the female Durgar, she stands there really nervously for a minute, and she like looks over her shoulder at the tiefling, and then she looks down at the old man who's just like sprawled out on the stones, and she like nudges him with a foot, and looks back at the tiefling, and then like reaches down very slowly to like sort of pick him up. She's gonna pick him up, and then like start sidling backwards with
Does
him.
he look like he's resisting? Does he look okay with this? What is the vibe we're getting here?
He looks kind of goofy, like he's overly cheerful for this situation. And his head's sort of lolling.
Right in the head.
And look, he can't stand up, really. Like he's definitely not standing on his own. He's sort of like reaching back towards his staff, like, "Oh, I need that."
Concussed or
Yeah, I'm not abundantly fond of that. Before he gets dragged out of my range, I'll reach out with a trunk and try and grapple him.
Great. Roll a
Wait,
whatever we decided.
wait,
to
are
roll
they
for
are
that.
they dragging him or just stood him up?
They stood him up and they're dragging him away. Like he's backed. He's
Okay.
backed like 5 feet away. What did we
What is
decide you would grapple with? Like, how does that work again?
It's athletics versus athletics.
Great. What did you roll for that? Oh my god, these dice are cursed.
These dice are great. 24.
Fine. Nat fucking 1. So, you reach forth with your trunk, and what's the range on that?
5 feet.
Yeah. So he's just in range. So you reach out with your trunk and like scoop him right back towards you, and the Duragar, like, there's nothing there. And she backs up into the tiefling, and like the tiefling starts to like dart away, and the Duragar grabs her and is like whispering into her ear. Briannon, you're up next.
All right then. So, not close enough where I would have seen what just happened, right?
I don't think so, because like, did you follow after them? I kind of put you in the back because you were like, not my fight.
No, I was yelling at the fools to not go chasing down an alley. But...
Yeah, so I'm
yeah.
imagining that you're right around there, so you wouldn't have been able to see around the corner. But feel free to argue with me about that. I'll move you wherever you want.
No, I mean, I'm gonna roll my eyes. I know something's going around the corner, so I'm gonna walk up there and poke my head around it.
Okay. So around the corner, what you see is Druge, like with his trunk wrapped around an old man who's apparently underneath. Yeah. Wrapped around this old man who's just sort of like, so the trunk is wrapped around like under the old man's arms, and so his arms are like flapped out, and he's just like, his head is lulled back to look at Druge, and is just like, "Oh, hi." Like and his feet are like hanging out, like he's not standing on his own. And then you see at the back of the alley a Duragar sort of like holding a tiefling in place and like whispering like very quickly to her.
Hear anything?
Whoever was just speaking is
far
rezzing out. I don't know if it's me or you.
Me.
Hello?
Can I hear what they're saying?
Roll me a perception check.
I rolled a 12 plus 3, 15.
15. You can hear the Duragar. What you
15?
hear from the Duragar is. Oh, what's happening with audio?
Sorry, my internet went wonky. You said you rolled a 15.
15.
Oh, I'm not connected. I bet you guys can't hear me. There it is again. We need to fix this if we're gonna keep streaming this stuff.
Sorry, what?
Oh.
Hello?
We are.
Yes.
Luth, your job between now and next
Yeah.
Tuesday is to fix this.
Yeah. Sounds good.
Yeah, I'm not connected anymore again.
For the stream or for Discord?
For Discord.
We hear you.
We can hear you
man.
fine.
You're not connected to the stream though.
It's showing me as I'm not
Oh
connected
yeah,
to
you
the
just
stream.
went offline.
On the stream?
Well, the stream came back.
Did it?
Did-
Yeah.
Oh yeah, there it is.
Mhm.
Huh. Okay.
So
Heh.
that happened.
Fix it, Luth. So, Brandon, what you hear from the end of the alley is like you can just hear a couple of words, and what you hear the Durgar is like, we have to, and you hear, don't be a, and you hear, I swear to God, and you hear from the tiefling, you hear, I can't, and you hear, oh, like the Durgar seems to be like forcing the tiefling to do something. Is what you hear.
Okay. Well then, I'm not going to cast any spells, but I am going to yell at the and I'm going to yell, "Hey, you coward! You picking on an old man? Why don't you back up here and have a chat with us, eh?"
Okay. Is that all you're gonna do?
Well, can I attempt to persuade them to come back over here?
Yes, do that. Roll me a persuasion check.
20, not natural.
Dirty.
Dirty, dirty 20.
Dirty.
14 plus 6.
Jesus.
Yeah, that's right.
So, the Durgar kind of looks up. You guys have approached this differently than I thought, so I think we're gonna drop out of initiative.
Yeah, okay. All right.
I'm sorry,
By
we're not
boring
murdering
people.
Sorry about that. I'm used to murder hobos. Ahem.
I mean, we didn't get to my turn. I was gonna kill them all.
Yeah, you didn't make it to the stabby ones yet.
You do have that option still if you would like, but I would.
No, it's fine. No, I'm
But
just kidding.
like, what? No, just to be clear here is like a ruling. Like, we do not have to be an initiative for you to stab people. Just so you know, I saw somebody posted that on Twitter the other day. They were kind of like, "Am I not allowed to murder people if I'm not an initiative?" And like a bunch of DMs went nuts. And I have decided like you can murder people even if I haven't called for initiative. It will prompt initiative.
I mean, that's basically how rogues work, right?
yeah. So
Yeah.
okay. So what happens here, Geth? Or not
The
Geth.
option is still there.
Brandon, when you step up and you're like, "You guys are picking on us," like, "Come here," it's, you know, the Durgar like drags the tiefling over by like the collar, and she like shakes the tiefling like, you know, say nothing, and she sort of bows very like unctuously, and is like, "Oh, this is my poor uncle, and we were just taking him home."
Right. And I'm the bloody king of England.
What's England?
Don't
Where?
worry about it. I'll tell you about it when you're older.
What's England? What?
It's on the plane of tea.
Yes, yeah. Explain it to you. You know, I don't think I'd believe it.
It's nice to meet you, King.
You don't
Welcome
just
to our
snatch old
humble.
men out of alley.
And she says, "Oh, we weren't snatching him. He needs help to get home. We were just helping him." Right? And she elbows the tiefling, who's like, "Oh, yes," but like looks really uncomfortable.
Could we're chatting at these two folk and attempting to get them to be truthful with us. I'm just gonna draw my great sword and not necessarily step towards them, but sort of skirt this engagement to try and get on the opposite side so that they cannot run away
To
from
pen
us.
them in.
Yeah.
So, how does this look like? Are you trying to be casual about it, or are you very like, I'm drawing my sword and I'm going to your other side?
We're gonna say that this is like sort of a Vin Diesel style resting bitch face while I do it.
So this,
I like
So-
the fact
I'm
that you
not
had to
trying
specify
to be
it was
stealthy,
Vin
if
Diesel.
that is the question.
Very specifically Vin Diesel.
that's fair. So
Not
I think
Vin-
the question you stepped on my dice, you son of a bitch. Go lay down. I think the question I'm asking, Cat, by the way, is stepping on all of my dice. I think the question I'm asking here is, the alley is only about 10 feet wide, and like there's like bags of trash and stuff, so it's fairly narrow. And Druge takes up a lot of this space. And so, like, Druge, did you back out of the alley with the old man, maybe?
I mean, if Marthala starts trying to move forward, I would start shifting backwards, especially if her and
My
our
apologies.
resident king of England are having a conversation.
Our resident king of England.
Right, that makes sense. So as like Brandel gets involved, or not? Oh fuck! Why did you have to pick a B name? Why?
Look,
Why?
I panicked.
Tommy.
It was so perfect, and you had to go. Okay, so as Brandel's getting in here, like admonishing these guys, they sort of like they do not come up the same side of the alley as you. They're sort of on the other side there, and then we'll have Marthala, I'll have you cross in front of Brandel, and I'm doing it on the stream so you can see, and sort of like get to the back of the alley, very deliberately, sword drawn, like you guys ain't going this way, kind of thing. Does that sound
Real bitchy like.
real bitchy like? Got it. Yeah,
Just like Vin Diesel.
just like Vin
All right,
Diesel.
so does she get in behind him successfully? Is that
Yes.
where we're?
And as you're doing this, like the tiefling tries to dart away, and the Duergar like holds onto her and sort of like loses her chance to dart away, and so they're like squished up against the alley, like looking around, like they clearly want to try and like run.
So we got big Loxodon looming over there, holding covered in blood, holding an old man, right?
Yep.
And a big old angel face there with a sword drawn. So this seems like a pretty good moment to try and intimidate these chaps into doing what we want, yeah?
That's fair. What do you want?
Right. I think I want them to tell us the truth.
That's fair. Go ahead and well, do your thing, and then we'll see what you roll.
All right. What's your name there, chap? What's your name?
She goes, "My name, sir?"
You're the only one here.
And she looks at the tiefling and she goes, well, they call me, you can call me Big Gustava. And she like flexes her muscles, like she's, yeah, like puts her thumb to her nose, like, yeah, Big Gustava, that's me.
And you said
Looks
she's pretty
tough.
big for a Duergar, right?
Yeah, she's probably like, I have
Yes.
no idea how tall any of you are right now. I'm so sorry. She's
Yeah,
not
we're pretty
short.
tall, I think.
She's not tall. She's what, like 4.5 feet tall? That's tall for a Duergar, right?
For a Daragar, yeah, that's
Yeah.
sizey.
Like 4 feet tall. Yeah, she's that tall.
And you lass there with the horns. What do they call you?
She ducks behind the Duergar and sort of whispers something.
What was that? Go ahead and speak up now.
And the Gustava like elbows her, and she goes, "Oh, devil dog!"
I just laugh in the back.
And she glares at you
Alright.
like, "Shut up!"
I'm gonna look over and I'm gonna kind of nod with my head at the remainder of my compatriots because they're not really that unintimidating either, right?
Geth is gonna just kind of slide past Druge's ear there, and say, "Hi, hello, I'm Geth. There's some pretty wild things happening tonight. Some pretty messed up stuff. Your uncle seems to be in poor shape.
No.
Why don't you let us
Aw.
help you? Devil Dog. And Mufasa.
Gus, and she goes, "My name is Big Gustava."
Right. That.
Marthala is having heard this. She's going to go, my darling, even I know that this isn't their uncle. He has no horns whatsoever.
Oh, and these two look nothing alike, for the record. Like, they're both girls, but that's pretty much all they have in common. And the old man is like a human. So yeah, that makes sense.
What is he doing right now? Is he still like 3 sheets to the wind style?
He's
Is he
patting.
drunk?
He's patting the trunk like
Like,
nicely, like
Yes.
good trunk. This is nice.
Like when somebody gives you a hug and you're kind of like,
I
oh
like
yeah.
this. This is good.
Yeah, we're gonna let that happen.
oh,
He like
all right.
he looks up at nothing and sort of like reaches in the air and like grasps at nothing and like looks at his empty hand.
Could I make sure that he is okay and like
Roll me an insight check.
dying? Okay. Oh, almost a 1, thank God. But still not great. 8. Great.
So he doesn't seem to be like poisoned. He doesn't seem to be drunk, but he's not acting
Oh,
normally.
dear.
Like this is you're not quite sure what's wrong with him, but he's not.
He's
Hmm.
fine. He's having a great time. He's out for an evening stroll.
Yeah. So
all right then. Now,
yeah, go
the way I
ahead.
see it here, chaps, you got 2 options. You got my friend here, Geth, who might have not figured. I don't know. But what I did was I elevation skewer a gentleman not 5 minutes ago, and this other. I don't know if you've seen a furball, but this one can sling some pretty nasty spells, and I know for a fact just saw in half. So you got an easy way, or we can do this the hard way, chaps.
So Devil Dog is like backing away down the alley, and she literally bumps into Marthala and like squeaks and like runs back over to the Duergar, and she looks like she's about to completely melt down. Like she's so anxious, she's like vibrating.
Can I catch her by the shoulder when she's trying to run away from me?
Yeah, sure. She
That's the thing.
freaks
I
out when
by
you do
way-
this.
Like a friend hug.
No, she does not like this. Like she like she tries very hard to get away from you. Like how hard do you try and hold on to her? Marthala? Hello? Marthala? Okay, we're gonna say Marthala doesn't try that hard to hold on to her, but just in
It
case,
definitely kills
we
her.
will pause here for that, and I will move back to the Duergar, who is gonna sort of give Brannon like a look up and down, and like as you're describing everybody, she looks at each of them, and like you all do your best to look menacing, I assume,
Yes.
and she sighs and she says, "Listen, we don't want to kill him. And you're right, he's not my uncle. Whatever. But this guy can predict the future." And she like waits to see if you like react.
I'm currently balancing my rapier like on the tip of my middle finger, just kind of staring her dead in the eye.
I'm just gonna say, well, I thought you looked pretty alike.
Neither of you are furry. I can't tell.
And then she goes, I really want Justice to be back so he can react.
Mhm.
Can anyone type at them?
Yeah, I did.
Did you get a typing back?
It actually just typed at us
Where is he typing at
Oh.
me?
in the all channel.
Oh,
That's a
hi.
convenient place to look.
Yeah.
She says, okay. Trying to reconnect.
Only in the finest hotel Wi-Fi's.
Yep.
So you hear, the stream just heard a coyote howl. That was very nice.
I'm gonna
Um,
do.
Well, let me put the volume up then.
You hear crickets in the background. The weather's just this side of cool, like a summer night, you know, where it like cools off when the sun goes down. So it's just like a
Mhm.
little bit chilly, like right on the edge of autumn. So that's kind of the weather you
Nice,
guys are
nice.
feeling here. The buildings around you are sort of they're not in the best of shape, but some of them appear like someone's trying to keep it sort of nice. But these alleys
not
are
late,
full of
though.
yeah. You're not in the slums or anything.
Okay.
But it's a poorer neighborhood for sure. So like
Oh.
the trash collectors don't come here as often. Things like that. Still no humans. I gotta leave that for some.
Icon is lighting up.
Yeah. Just don't hear anything. Mm.
Now?
Yeah, there you go.
Oh, there we go.
Is it too
Hey.
quiet? Oh, there they are. Hi.
So,
I guess the iPad shit the bed. It was no
Whoops.
longer showing anything.
Goodness.
Okay.
So did you hear what I described Gustava and Devil Dog doing? What was the last
No, we
thing you
did
heard?
not.
Okay. All right, so I'll
Last
back up.
thing was
You'll have to listen to the stream for the lovely vampy descriptions I was doing. But so Devil Dog like bumps into Marthala, and Marthala, you had said like I want to try and hold on to her, and I asked how hard do you want to try and hold on to her?
I don't want to hurt her,
Yeah.
but at the same time, I want her to know she's not going anywhere.
She absolutely gets she's not going anywhere, but she tries really hard to get away from you, and she gets back over to Gustava. And Gustava's and she like bumps into Gustava, who like shoves her away, like, come on, get off. And Gustava looks at Brannon, and as Brannon is describing each of the people around him, and they all sort of like look menacing. She sort of like sighs, and she's like, listen, I don't want to kill him, but here's the thing, he can predict the future. And she like waits for a reaction.
I think Quentin looks at her
That's
like,
not even
come on, you gotta
fair.
do better than that. Like, does not believe her.
Okay.
right.
Geth is gonna say, well, I guess that explains his blissful state right now, right?
And she says,
Euphoria.
we heard that he can predict the future. We were just gonna try and, talk to him. See what he can do. So as she's sort of like, at you guys, the old man's head snaps up. And he starts to try and stand up in the trunk. Like sort of like stand on his own. Druge, are you gonna let him stand on his own?
Yeah. If he's gonna make that attempt, I'm not gonna stop it.
So he stands up and he takes a couple steps away to pick up his staff. And he picks it up and sort of slides down it to sit on the ground. And he is as sober as a priest. And he whispers, their plans are afoot. Their staff are ready. Their balance sheets are totaled. And that total is grim. They mean to bring the end of all things. You must seek the magic. And he looks up and he makes eye contact with Druze. And he says, only you can stop them. Only you. Only you. You. Only you. Who are you again? Sorry. Where am I? What's this? And like he starts being sort of goofy again. Like he's
Interesting.
gets really distracted. And Gustavo points at him and he goes, "See?" He can tell the future. We can make so much money off this guy. Like, come on.
Right. Can I do an insight check to see if there's any hanky-panky going on?
Sure.
Likewise.
I think hanky-panky means a very specific thing, which does not seem to make sense in this context, but I'm going to
I hope
assume...
there's no hanky-panky going on.
I assume you mean oddities
Old
of
man's
some
got
kind.
game. Come on.
So I'm just going
Make sure the old man ain't trying to pull one over on us.
Ah, smart.
Yeah, go ahead.
And
I think Quentin's just kind of keeping an eye out for the periphery that this isn't a distraction, so he's going to sneak up on us or something. Letting somebody else handle the social interactions.
Did we take a long rest after
No.
the fight?
We
or
have taken
anything?
0 rests.
Zero
Not even a
rest?
short
Okay.
rest.
Okay.
You
Yeah,
sure
just
did not.
if I could cast something, but no, I can't. So
I
just
rolled a 10 on the
stay here.
You rolled a 10?
Shauna.
Sorry, I'm very sorry. You rolled a 10?
Oh, you're fine. You're fine. Yep.
Okay. Oh, my mind just blanked completely. You were rolling insight on whether or not the old man is pretending.
Yeah.
If there's any,
Okay.
Hanky-panky going on.
Right,
Yeah, any
hanky-panky.
oddities
That's right.
afoot.
That's what it was. Yeah, oddity. Yeah, okay. So, he really just seems like a crazy old man. Not to throw the word crazy around, but like he really just seems like he's the way he's dressed, like he's definitely like a pauper, like a beggar, you know, and
He's
he
not trying to fool anyone.
no, and like when Druge picked him up, like he's skin and bones, you know, and he just seems to be sort of drifting in and out of one reality and another. He's not all there.
I believe we got a genuine oracle on our hands here.
Barthola's immediately gonna drop to one knee and start praying.
Praying?
Praying.
Okay.
Just a quick
Who is
like
she praying?
spectacles, testicles, wallet, and watch.
Sure. Sure. Okay.
Warding off evil.
Gustavus starts sort of herding the tiefling backward, sort of like past Marthala, and is like, you know what, you guys are good. You can have him. Our compliments. Welcome to town. Okay, thanks. Bye. And she's gonna try and slip past Marthala and just be like, no harm, no foul. Bye, guys. Bye.
Grab her by the ankle.
And she stops, and she looks down at you, because she really thought you were praying.
I mean, I was, but not dumb enough to let that slip by.
And
I
she's-
grabbed her by the ankle.
She's like, what? Like, you've got the old man, like, what?
What did you want to know? What was so vital that you needed to ask him about the future? You're more than welcome to ask.
And she's like, what are you, daft? Like, he can tell the future. We can make money off of that.
Who is we exactly?
And she points at Devil Dog, and she's like, wee, like, this wee. She's
I
like
think she
very
wants
exasperated.
She wants to be here.
Yeah, she's like, you have him. Like, you're good. We're done
Quinn-
here.
Quentin will walk up and put his hand on Marthala's shoulder and say, and then look at Big Gustav and say, yeah, why don't you wee all the way home, and kind of dismissively wave her away.
Oh,
And just like,
Is
savagery.
Is
Ankle and
Marthala
drop
gonna?
the ankle.
You're gonna let go of the ankle, and as soon as you do, she's like, "Okay, thanks, bye," and like books it out of there with Devil Dog. So now you have yourself an old man.
inventory, one old man.
I'm gonna
Well
go and
done.
sit down. I'm gonna sit down in front of the old man and see if he says that.
When you sit down in front of him, he just sort of like
That's the man.
nods genially at you, like, "Hello."
Did anybody
Okay.
catch what he actually said? I kind of wasn't paying attention.
I sort of paid attention, but
I'll just kinda
don't
look at
actually
Druge.
kind of remember.
He's not all there. Probably nothing important.
Yeah, all right.
Probably nothing.
Interesting.
Famous last
I definitely had
words.
something about evil coming, and Druge can stop it.
Well, he for sure stopped that one guy.
Just stay close to the elephant, I think.
And I'll kind of turn over to Druge and say, Druge, do you think he was talking about our old friends at all?
I mean, I wouldn't mind it if he were.
Eh, fair enough. We'll keep an extra eye out. And DM, how far from the pub and stuff are we?
You
Yeah, we
guys
all
had
have
On
rooms
now,
in.
what?
the Candlestick Inn, you mean?
It's
Yeah,
on a
candle
little
Thing
bit.
that I created and named very importantly.
candlestick in.
Yeah, okay.
Lamplight.
What, lamplight?
No, not Jolly's Lamp Emporium. Candlestick in.
You guys walked for like 20, 30 minutes. Like, you're about a half a mile away from the Candlestick Inn.
We
Okay.
also have to go to the other thing, right?
Yeah. I was just thinking if we could drop him off quick and go, but that's been a minute. Well,
I mean, I think we can just leave him here.
Yeah.
He was
Do we
heading
s-
some.
He was doing all right on his own.
that's
Well,
Not really that
that's
problem.
a little bit questionable, but sure.
true. Does he just seem loopy or is he drunk?
He seems loopy.
No, he's not drunk.
He's loopy.
He's not
okay.
drunk, yeah.
Do we pass any like decent or not murder hole bars, taverns
Nope.
anytime recently? No.
Straight answer is nope. Since you've left the Candlestick
Gotcha.
Inn, and like the last couple blocks have just been like you're in the Dockward area now, and everybody you've seen is sort of like side-eyed you, like, what are you doing in this part of town? And like then you got ambushed, and then like this guy got kidnapped in front of you. Like, this is not a nice part of town.
Gotcha.
Yeah, right. Look, mate, if you want to take in every old man that you come across, I won't hold against you, but you're on a mission here. I need to find some shinies.
We're meeting up with the town guard. Why don't we just keep the old man and pass him over to the town guard when we meet up with him when we get to the shop?
Speaking of town
Marthala
guard,
is staring
there's a
at
certain.
Rouge with a very confused expression on her face.
Speaking of town guard, there's a certain lack of them around. Is that normal?
I don't believe you have any familiarity with Dockward.
Yep.
But if I recall correctly, I don't
Either
think
the
any of
skeleton
you are
lady
familiar with Wald.
or the map maker said that there aren't a lot of guards here.
Well, I've said there aren't a lot of guards around here, for
Well,
sure.
the skeleton lady, when she saw the fake guards show up, she was like, "Oh, I know they're fake." So
That's true.
there's that.
Are you staring at him?
So the old man sort of stumbles to his feet, nods genially at you, sort of stumbles through you, and keeps walking down the street, like back the way you guys came.
Let him go.
Alright. I think you'll be fine.
Okay,
What's the name of the place we're going?
Jolly's Lamp Emporium.
Lamp Emporium it is then.
All right, so you continue on.
Do you have the map?
Okay. So you continue on, and the people you see like on street corners and stuff are whispering more than they were before, and instead of like glaring at you and like being like, "What the hell are you doing around here?" It seems that your scuffle from earlier like has gone around.
Oh.
You go about another maybe mile and a half, and the map is like definitely not right. Like it tries to get you to go like off to the left a really long way, whereas as you're moving into Dockward, like, and you ignore the map, you actually are going towards like civilization, like things that are open and like lights and stuff. So you get up to what is Jolly's Lamp Emporium, and it's a really unassuming sort of ramshackle shop in the midst of other unassuming ramshackle shops. And there's a collapsed warehouse right next door. And the people in these nearby shops and apartments are peering warily through their shutters as you approach. And next to the collapsed warehouse, there are 3 members of the Walled City Watch standing guard. There is no one else on the street except this really drunk halfling who stumbles towards you.
I think Druge has been kind of bringing up the rear really slowly and
Okay.
somewhat pensively, but he'll keep pace with everyone. He'll just be near the back.
Okay. I'm not going to use this map right now because I don't want to. So you guys are approaching. Do you guys approach the city guard? Who's going to chat with them? Like, how you want to do
Well, you
this?
said that the halfling was coming towards us.
Yeah,
drunken
he's sort
halfling?
of like, he's not like aiming towards you. He's just like moving in your general direction, drunkenly.
Oh, okay. I think I'd kind of sidle up next to Brandon and kind of elbow him, be like, kind of nod towards the guards. You'd be like, "Seems like you're on, friend."
Oh, righty then. I crack my knuckles and roll my shoulders and sidestep the drunken halfling and walk up to the town guard and say, "Oh shit, what's the name of the dude that we're looking for?"
Felix.
No, Felix is who hired you. What he told you was to go to... Let me find my notes. Nope, that's Jer's. Oh no, where are my notes? Oh, they're not in
Said
here.
go to Jolly's Lamp Emporium, and his friend, who's one of the city guards, will meet us there. with
Yeah,
the
and he
next
said to like
instructions.
mention his name, and they'd get you started.
Right. So I'm gonna saunter up and just say, "Hey,
So as you step up, like one of the 3 steps up and is like, "This area is off limits. Move along. Move along."
sure, mate. Yeah, I know. Any of y'all need Felix from the Lamplighter?
She
Dwarf
sighs.
chap about yay haul."
She sighs and says, "Ugh, took you long enough. Where have you guys been? Whatever. Let's get this done so we can get on with our lives." And she pulls a scroll out from the leather pack she's holding, or she's wearing, and she squints at what ends up being like barely legible writing. And she says, "So which one of you is in charge? I need you to sign this before you go in. Felix needs to know which one of you enters and which one of you comes out for like payment and
Quentin
stuff.
fades in the background.
Oh, wow.
You understand. I just need one of you to sign this."
Sure. Hey, Geff, you know your letters, yeah?
Yeah.
Oh, dude.
Name down on here, mate. I'm not so good with the writing and the learn and such.
All right, he signs it, Jeff.
Perfect.
Amazing.
And she looks at it and sort of like turns it sideways a little bit and is like,
But you
"Yeah,
know-
that seems right."
His name's not accurate. I don't understand.
What was
Is
it?
it? Do you know how he spells his name there, Angel Face?
I suppose not.
Okay. So she says, "Okay, well, thanks, I guess." Oh wait, I need to look at something. Hold please. Oh, God, I'm so discombobulated today. I'm sorry. I actually have to pull out a physical book.
Your life is hard.
She
and I
says,
feel
"All
bad
right.
for you."
Here's what you need to know. This fissure opened up beneath the warehouse. Now, I'm not going to repeat this, so someone pay attention." She sighs.
He said pointedly.
The fissure opened up beneath this warehouse during that earthquake that we had 2 days ago. It's only partially collapsed, so it's sound, right? But like, it's not gonna fall down or anything as long as none of you do anything stupid. It's been exposed. The fissures, like the reason we gave Felix this contract is that the fissure has exposed a number of like tunnels underneath the warehouse, And we don't know how long the tunnels have been there, who created them, or what. I'm missing text from my neat notebook. Give me 1 second. There it is. We don't know how long the tunnels have been there, or like what's in them, or anything like that. So I need you to go down there. In case Felix wasn't clear with you, I need you to go down there and clear everything out. Where the hell is the text I gave? Give me 1 second. I'm so sorry. I wrote all this stuff down. I hate computers.
Did you say clear things out? I thought we were here to find treasure.
Yes, we're clearing out all of the treasure.
She says... I'm not finding... Hang on 1 second. I'm not finding... So you say, like, we're here to do what now? She says, oh, Felix didn't tell you, eh? She laughs tiredly, and she says, all right, here's the deal. He was offered this contract. She waves the piece of paper you just signed in your direction. And this contract says that you just signed, and we are the City Watch. We care about signatures. This contract says you agree to clear the fissure of any hazards so that we can send a city surveyor and an engineer down to assess the damage. If either of them are injured after you've returned from cleaning up down there, you're all going to jail. And she rolls up the scroll and tucks it in her pack and gestures towards the fissure. Any questions?
We did lose Stash and Diana real quick, but
Oh no!
I just kind of exasperatedly sigh and roll my eyes.
I'm gonna ask the guard. Can I see that contract again, just a bit?
Nope.
Oh, God damn it.
Any questions about the fissure?
I guess Quentin will kind of step forward and say, anything in particular coming out of this? He said you guys were stationed here to keep things from coming up.
That's true. We haven't seen anything, but we did send two of our own down there. A sergeant.
And I assume they didn't come back?
A Sergeant Tish and a Constable Boot, and they haven't been seen since.
Fun.
And Sergeant, she's like a tough one. She doesn't back down from a fight, so I don't know what would have taken her down, but
any hazards particular to the area you're familiar with previously?
we haven't seen anything come up, but
Well, in the area at large, in and out of the city, anything from the docks.
And she kind of looks at you and she goes,
Local flora, fauna, the...
aren't the people around here bad enough?
I'm new in town, just making sure we're on the up and up.
You ain't never done up and up.
Sorry, ask that question
chuckle.
again. You cut out in the middle there, Luth.
Oh, sorry. Just we're new in town, making sure we're on the up and up. We've got all the information we have before we go down to clear out your tunnels and hopefully recover this Sergeant Constable for you.
She sort of rolls her eyes at the other two guards, and she's like, listen, this is not City Watch stuff, okay? Like, I have a real job, and I would like to get back to it. And in order to do that, you need to do your job. You guys just agreed to get down there. Felix hired you. Get going. Get going.
Wait. Now, just to be clear, Geth signed the contract. None of the rest of us did here.
Jeff. It's pronounced Jeff.
She very slowly pulls her sword out, and she says, are you telling me that you're not all together?
No.
And am I hearing that you are not the group that Felix hired?
We are. I think my friend here is just having a little bit of cold feet. We'll take care of it for you.
Hey, mate, my feet are quite warm.
Do you
Prove
want
it,
the Shawnee's
and
map? Because the unit that we're going to find them is going down there.
Say that again.
Right. You know, I was just testing you.
I'll say, well, prove to me how warm your feet are, and kind of gesture towards the door to the warehouse.
Listen, mate, that might work on an 18-year-old full of rum and not me. You go first. You look like you got the stones.
All right, I'm taking more of a cut, and I just walk in.
I'm following him.
That's what he thinks.
Okay, so you walk into the warehouse, and so who's going into the warehouse?
I mean,
I think
I'll
it's
go.
Quentin, then Marthala. I think Druge will be right behind, and then anyone else after that.
Marthala,
I'm gonna make sure I'm right in the center.
Center.
I'll go behind Druge.
I'll bring up the rear and apologize to the guard for my friends.
We're all friends here. It's fine.
We're all friends.
All right. And I was about to try to pickpocket the guard.
Okay. So what you see is in the areas where the walls and ceilings didn't collapse, this warehouse contains no crates, no boxes, no barrels, and no wares of any kind. Directly in front of the missing door, the walls, ceiling, and floor have fallen away to reveal a deep sinkhole fissure. Inside this ruin, there's like a hempen rope, anchored firmly in the rubble, and it dangles down into the darkness. And the tear in the earth descends at an angle, so it makes it impossible to see how far down it goes or what waits at the bottom.
Interesting.
Is it?
Yeah. Yeah.
What y'all doing?
Are there anything lit nearby? Like, do we have torches or something along that?
That was what I was looking for, but I have nothing on me.
I have a tinder box and 10 torches, so I will light one.
Could I cast light on a rock or a stone or something nearby?
Sure.
And drop it down the chasm.
Sure.
So
So you
I
grab
pick
a
up a
rock.
stone from the edge of the fissure. Stare at it real intently for a second and mumble a few words under my breath. Start to glow a little bit with sort of a pale blue light. I'll go ahead and toss it down the fissure.
Okay, so as you toss it down the fissure, it bounces and rattles away. But it's still you can't see anything when you do that.
Because it like goes down and there's like it curves out of the way or angles out of the way. You said.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Do that immediately? Like, is there an immediate... Are we climbing down this thing? Or is it just a hole?
You're climbing down it, like you're gonna climb down the rock into this fissure.
Okay.
Like a ramp or like way
No.
more vertical.
It's way more vertical. Like you're
Okay.
definitely gonna have to like.
Oh.
You're actually all
Okay.
gonna need to make athletic checks.
So
Yeah.
I'm gonna walk
So-
up to.
100% have to use the rope.
Well, I was just gonna say, walk up to the rope and kind of give it a tug, and then kind of look at Druge and kind of like back and forth. Does it look like this will hold him?
So it is a big enough opening that you will be able to get in there.
So Druge is holding the torch in his trunk, and he's gonna stand back and just be like, "I'll go last."
That's
All
fair.
right. Marthala's hopping down. She's doing the damn thing.
All right, everyone who's going, make a strength check.
All right.
Strength check. Okay.
Great strength or athletic?
Can I
Strength athletics check.
do acrobatics
Oh
instead?
no!
No, you may not.
No.
You should have said you're gonna backflip up into the bottom. That is just a 16 for me for Brandel.
So Brandel makes it
That's
down
a
just
9
fine.
on mine.
Sorry, did you say
That's it.
straight strength or
Stop.
athletics?
I said
Athletics.
an athletics strength check. Strength, athletics. Strength is the first part, and then athletics
Yeah.
is what you add. Yes. Brain. Okay, so Brandel got down fine. This one's
Nice.
Brandel. Is that what you said? You rolled a 16?
Yeah. I rolled a 16 plus 0,
Hold,
so 16.
please, because I'm going to do the light thing. There we go. Okay, so you're down there fine. Marthalia, you said you rolled a 9?
Yeah,
Okay, so
She dies.
and die on the way down the chasm.
you take 3 bludgeoning damage.
Nice.
Who's next?
Oh, good.
Quentin got a 19.
You're fine. You do like
15
backflips
plus
on the way
4.
down. Yeah, you're fine. Check your lighting. That's good.
Geth
Geth?
got a 13.
Geth got a 13. So you make it down okay. Turn your lighting on.
Oh.
What'd you roll? Not good.
I roll a 7.
Okay.
Pachinko all the way down.
You take
See,
4
you
bludgeoning
should've tried for
damage.
backflip.
So with the way I'm imagining Marthala is like you've just got all this gear on, and so like near the bottom you sort of just like tumble the last
Oh.
5 feet or so, because you're sort of sneaking down this like weird fissure. It's not a straight drop. It's not even like it sort of zigzags a little bit. And Brandon, I feel like you lose your footing a little bit near the bottom and sort of like stumble down as well. And the bottom is just full of like rocks and stuff, so it's not especially fun.
Yeah,
On the way
right. I
down.
wasn't made for this kind of work. I didn't
Right.
sign up for this crap. This hurts.
Yeah, you seem upset.
Yeah.
It seems like your life is hard.
Right now, it really is.
Okay.
I've not got no shoes on. I got these hobbit feet just walking around, stepping up rocks.
They'll hear us.
Druge, how you doing?
Dirty 20.
Okay, you get down just fine as well.
Does the rope
Next time, one of you
hold?
strong brutes want you to carry me down. That's rude.
The rope
Just a
does
little
hold.
guy.
So,
You can hang out in the tusks next time.
ooh, is that a threat or an offer to help?
Yes.
So the sinkhole fissure ends at a level floor of worked stone. There's dust, debris, rocks, and pieces of wood that once made up the walls and ceilings of the warehouse above, are kind of spread out across the floor. There's an underground passage. You come down at an underground. You come down at a point where the passage is blocked to the south, but it continues on into the darkness in the north. To the north, there are two pairs of human-sized boot prints. They're easily spotted in the dust, and they head northward. There are smaller fissures, holes, and cracks riddling the passage, but even a halfling would find the largest of them a tight fit. Roll me
So
a
there's really only
perception
one
check.
way to go.
Yes,
Okay.
there's really only one way to go.
Oh my god.
Everyone?
Nat 20!
Nice.
Everyone, please, yes.
Oh,
Not-
man.
Also a
I
nat
don't
20.
know shit.
okay.
What are we rolling? Just
Roll me
So
a
24
Everything.
total.
perception check. Okay.
perception. Okay. Yikes. We don't have advantage, right?
Why would we have advantage exactly?
Because I rolled a 2.
The only one who
So
has
that's
advantage
6.
is
That's six?
Justice.
I don't know what
Plus
you
four.
ate for breakfast.
2 plus 4 is 6. Okay.
You did not do very well.
Yeah.
Okay. Give me 1 second. I need to launch an app.
23.
Cool.
24 natural.
24 also.
Good. So it sounds like the only one who failed was Brandel.
A 9.
Is that
And
what
I
I'm
have a
hearing?
plus 4.
Oh, and
when-
Marthala. Also not.
Have I done?
What did
You're
you say
not
you
done.
got,
This is a
and my-
perception check. This isn't about.
Would you say you got, Brandel?
This is very
No,
high.
like 6, I think. I rolled a natural 2, so I'm not like.
2 plus 4. Okay. Yeah, I got 14. 9 plus 5.
Yeah, I am not succeeding here.
All right, so most of you see 3 giant rats coming towards you.
Nice.
Cool.
Good.
Be super cool if someone yelled when they saw something like that.
Wouldn't that just be the neatest
Well, I
thing?
mean, I didn't see it. I'm just like looking at the floor.
No, you and I don't know shit. but-
Yeah.
This is so
I'm
cool,
yelling to yell at these
guys.
stupid rats coming down on us.
I'm
Uh,
just,
heads
People
up.
in the front.
I'm just imagining the 2 of you in the back just being like, "This is so cool, guys."
Real cave.
No, I'm still
The air
near
is
the
so
front.
nice here.
So
Fall
there,
down this stupid hole. Now there's stupid rats coming at us. I
So
did not
these-
sign up for this.
these giant rats are like, they're big. They're like ROUSs, and they're also bright green.
Bright green.
Bright green.
ends
Would you
poorly.
say kind of the same green that the skeleton lady was?
That what?
Skeleton lady was?
No,
You
Was
said
she
she was kind of green.
like a gross moldy green.
Oh, okay. Never mind. then.
Like I died recently and I'm gross green.
like a-
No, gross.
Roll me some initiative.
Oof. We're not gonna use that dice.
Oh, hang on.
Okay.
I rolled great. Let's see if this works.
Well, fuck.
Hey, question for those of you that that do fancy things with dice. How do I tell the 6 from the 9 on the ionized date?
Does
There's
it
a
not
dot.
have a thing
Dot
on
on the
it?
bottom right.
Faces.
Check the 20, and if it's on the flat or the point, one of their all the
I
whole
see.
all the numbers on it are oriented one or the other.
Gotcha. So it's about okay. So that'd be
Remember
nice.
which one that is. If
All
it's-
right.
Makes sense.
Anybody roll over a 20?
Nope.
Anybody between 15 and 20? What was that?
I
Really?
think that's a
Over
no.
21.
Who rolled a 21?
Allah.
Marthala rolled a 21. Okay. Anybody
then-
15, 20?
I have a 19.
Okay. Anybody between 10 and 15?
Quentin got a 13.
Geth
I'm-
also got a 13.
I have a 12.
Brandel got a 12. Like it's even. Your name is gonna bug the crap out of me forever. And anybody below a 10? 5 and 10?
9.
9.
9.
And I think that's all of you. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yep. Okay, cool. Give me 1 second.
Alright.
You hear the new noises?
Yes.
Yeah.
Hotel internet for the win.
No new noises for you?
No, we can't hear.
We have sound off.
Oh. But I made the noises for you.
You know what would be great kind of right now? A sleep spell.
That would
Yeah,
be quite
be
handy,
real
wouldn't
good.
it? Wouldn't that be just the
Only-
handiest?
I've
Alright.
never used a sleep spell on a group of enemies before. Nope.
So here's how this happens. This captain or whatever gets you guys to sign a piece of paper after she determines that you're from Felix, and then basically at sword point encourages you down this weird dark hole. So you're getting to the bottom of this fissure, and like your glowy rock is like at your feet, Marthala, and you look up and like there are 3 giant bright green like rats coming at you, and the walls are all broken. Like this, like the floor is smooth, but like the walls look like it used to be a tunnel that was like broken up, and there's debris everywhere. and like it's dark. What are you gonna do?
Clickety clackety roll to attackety. I'd like to run up.
That's great.
Rat in your face.
What was that?
Walk up and stab this rat in its dumb face if they're charging us.
Do it. Okay, so you step up to this lovely rat and you're gonna punch it in its face. Roll
Stab
for
it,
punching
not
or,
punch
or
it.
stabbing. Stabbing. Roll for stabbing.
Punch it with a sword.
Would be a 25.
Jesus. Yeah, that hits.
That hit.
You split the rat in half.
It sure does. Roll for damage, my dear.
15 points of slashing damage.
I'm sorry. How many points?
15.
All I'm hearing is the
One.
end of that.
The een.
1-3.
Jesus.
Oh,
So
13.
you do cut this rat straight in half.
Nice.
Like this rat is like 2 halves of a rat at this point. It has been murdered and I am moving it off the map. Well done. Dead. He didn't even get to
Fine.
bite you. Okay. Brandon, you're up next.
Okay. I'm real mad. I'm not happy about falling down this pit and being forced into something I didn't get into. So I'm just gonna stop. This rat, you stupid rat, moldy rat. You're all green and gross. Look at your mate, he just got sliced in half. What are you doing? My vicious mockery.
Do they
Amazing.
have to be able to understand you?
They do not. They
Your
can hear
vicious
you, though it
mockery.
need not understand you.
So these poor rats.
Even though they have no idea what
These poor rats feel you making fun of them, and they're very sad. Remind me what vicious mockery does. I'm sorry.
Wisdom saving.
Oh, you're getting all
That's a wisdom saving throw.
wisdom saving throw. Okay. Okay. Let's see here.
Is that
What's your
just on
spell
one, or is it on
DC?
both? Oh,
Did we
Well,
lose them again? I can
So
look
yeah, I
up what
can
his
do stuff.
spell DC
Let
is
me-
on the internet.
14 is the spell DC.
14.
Thank you. I didn't have that up. My apologies.
Wisdom saving for 14.
I'm just gonna pull those up real quick. Maybe they'll come back while we're
Yeah.
looking crap up.
Perfect use of that in-game or in-session chat there, Stash. Well done.
Which campaign is this again?
Just as in Leah.
No, in my D&D Beyond. I forgot what I called it. I don't know why,
Oh,
because
Treasure
as in-
Tuesday.
Treasure
It's a-
Tuesdays.
It's only
Treasure Tuesdays.
Tuesdays.
Okay, so both rats actually save against that. Neither of them are saddened by your vicious mockery. Okay, next up is what? Are you back?
Yeah, we're back.
Hi. Both rats saved against your vicious mockery.
What?
So they hear you making fun of their green fur, but they're more enraged that one of their number has died. And so this rat is going to try and bite Marthala on the face.
Nice.
Oh, bullshit.
I think that's what he's going to do. Does an 11 hit? Nope. Okay. It tries to bite you on the face and misses. It's gonna like scrabble at your armor a little bit. What kind of armor do you have on?
I have on chainmail.
So like the claws sort of catch in your chainmail a little bit and then it falls back to the floor.
Stupid rat.
Stupid rat. Okay, Quentin, you're up next.
Oh, okay. So I'm near the front. I guess what I will do is I will I'll kind of step to the side of Brandel to his left so I can see the rat all the way in the back
Yeah.
and pull out my longbow
Mm-hmm.
and take a shot.
Do it.
Ranger things.
Come on, Rudy Root. Don't fail me now. Sorry. Put my lamp on in here. Oh, great. Does a 9 hit?
Nope.
Damn it.
I'm gonna say that it's dark enough and you tried to move and look really cool and it just sort of shoofed over its head.
Quentin in combat. Name a worse duo.
I really enjoy how often you try to
Wow.
do cool stuff and it just
I
doesn't
didn't try
work
to
out.
do anything cool. I just stepped to the left and took a shot.
We all know you tried to look cool.
Whatever.
Geth, you're up next.
All right, Geth is just gonna shoot the rat right there, or yeah, the rat right there with the crossbow.
The one in front of Marthala?
Yeah.
Okay. Roll them bones.
Yeah, it's a 10.
It also shoots right over this rat's head. It's really dark down here, and some of you are having a little trouble adjusting your footing.
Yikes.
And the only thing that can kill it.
The only thing you can really see
Diana,
is this
do me-
like bright green, so you really should be able to hit this, but you guys just aren't.
Is it
good
glowing
enough.
green?
Yeah.
Good.
Next up is that rat. Good. Just writing down misses and things. Rat 2 is gonna run forward and try and bite at Quentin.
Okay.
You already have a friend.
Whatever, dude.
Does a 19 hit?
Yes.
Can you go back up?
Actually, that was a
Do it, you won't.
23 to hit. Actually,
Oh, yeah, 23 misses.
shut up. You're gonna take.
Okay.
Oh, you know what's really funny is I can't see my glass dice in this light, so I can't use these. You're gonna take 5 damage. Piercing damage. 5 piercing damage.
Okay.
And it so it kind of like runs forward and like leaps up and like latches onto the arm that's the most forward from your bow, and is like latched onto your arm like. Okay, next up, he makes that noise. Exactly that noise. Exactly. Brandel, you're next.
I'm not in melee range with any of the rats, right?
No, you're.
Alright, then I'm just gonna take I guess I'll just Eldritch Blast the one closest to me.
That would be the one that is in front of Quentin.
Yeah, I'll go for that one. I'll Eldritch Blast.
Do it up.
What do we have to do?
I don't know.
Roll,
It's your spell, dude. While you're looking that up, guys, we started a little late. Do you wanna go until you wanna go another half hour? Or do you want me to wrap this session up?
We kind of have to dip out a little, like, on time for some dinner stuff that we had planned.
Okay, so we're gonna finish up this round, which is Brandel and Druge, and then I'll pause this for the next.
We could probably finish out the rats here.
They won't last much longer.
Oh, spicy words.
Brandel, what do you got?
Keep missing. What is it? My charisma? Yeah.
I would feel more comfortable finishing out the scenario so we don't have stopped in the middle. I think we can make that happen.
Hey, give me a minute. So, Brandel,
so
do your
that
thing,
is-
please. You're killing me.
Yeah. So I kind of rolled a natural 1. So I'm guessing I don't hit the rat.
No, you don't. You hit Quentin.
Okay.
Oh,
So
Oh,
roll
bullshit.
To roll damage. I don't know.
roll damage on Quentin.
I'm gonna try to roll another one here.
I'm expecting max.
Yeah,
Max
that is
damage.
actually it. Yeah, no, that's a 10, dude.
It's a 10?
God!
Nice.
Damn.
I rolled a 10. It's 1d10.
So you panic cast sleep last time, and then you panic Eldritch blasted Quentin.
Oh god.
Worst caster ever.
Druge, you're up. What do you got?
Wait. As a bonus action, I'm just gonna go invisible.
Wait. So I took,
You're gonna go
You
invisible?
took 10 points of damage.
but I took 5 before that, so I'm out.
You're down. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm down.
God.
So yeah, as
That's
a bonus
not
action,
good.
I'm gonna cast Hidden Step and go invisible.
Yeah, that's probably good because I'm pretty sure somebody might punch you. All right, so everybody keep in mind that Quentin is on the ground, bleeding sluggishly.
Bleeding out.
Druge, you're up.
So watching our ally murder Quentin.
Yeah, like Brandel, you
That went
you
so
throw out the
badly,
Eldritch
like-
Blast and it's like a little bit to the left when it really needed to be like a little bit more to the right, and it like clips Quentin, but it doesn't really clip him. It like goes through his like midsection and like over the head of the rat, just like the
Oh,
sharp
bad touch.
spark. What's the color that you're gonna
Not-
use for your spells?
Who, me?
Yeah, you,
Like,
Mister. I murder my friends.
Like, it was
Yikes.
one time. Like greenish purple.
It was one time. So like this weird greenish purple like spark like shoots straight through Quentin and into the wall. Like you have no idea how far it goes. And he just sort of like looks down and then just slumps over.
Ah, fuck.
And this rat is still like chewing on your arm like nah 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 nah. All right, Druge, what do you got?
How quickly exactly did Brandel go invisible?
It was in his turn, so I'm gonna say it like he's invisible right now.
Okay. So I can't exactly rage at him.
Nope, you cannot.
Yeah, see, that's why I went invisible.
Because it would have happened.
Yeah, I know.
Oh, that's right. You and Quentin are buddies.
Yeah.
Oh, that was smart, Brandel. You were gonna get murdered.
You were
So,
that
Shauna-
far away.
So, Shauna, how's your campaign going? Well, they're murdering each other.
Session 2, 3 people are dead from inter-party combat.
So Druce is about that far away from raging at Brandel, but he immediately disappears. So instead of that, he will pull his glaive and charge the rat that is attempting to chew on Quentin, and stand over his prone body and attempt to skewer the rat on the end of the glaive.
Do it.
Is a 16 to hit.
That hits.
Yay, we hit the rat, guys. Good job.
I am still at 100% hit ratio.
Oh,
Might I remind you guys?
Why you guys say that?
Never give your DM ideas.
That is 14 points of damage.
Nice.
This rat is.
That is, yeah, slashing damage. So I think it's, like, the rat is trying to chew on Druze, just kind of runs over, stands over his body, and just slices the rat in half as it's trying to chew.
And it's particularly graceful too with the glaive. It's almost like you're sweeping the floor a little bit, and then the rat just
Nice.
falls into two pieces, right?
Yeah?
Does that sound right?
Yeah, and technically I have a bonus action, but I'm not going to use it because I used one too many last session because I'm bad at playing marshals. It's been a while.
Fair enough.
So,
Thank you for
I think
your
that'll be my...
Thank you for your lovely honesty. So we are at the end of the round, and we're going to move to the top of the round. And as we move to the top of the round, three more rats appear, and they're like,
Nice.
"You're killing my buddies. That's not good." And all of these rats are also green, and they're very
God.
upset. So the reason, Brandon, I wasn't like, "Sure, we'll end after you kill all the rats," is because I knew this was going to happen. So I will say that we can wrap up here because I want to do like did you guys learn anything, and like what do you want for RP point, and then I'll let you guys go. So we can do that now and leave this here because I can save all of this, she said, clicking the save button a million times. And so we can pick this back up next week if you'd like.
Okay.
Sorry.
So
I'm sorry you got stuck in traffic.
Yeah, I'm really sorry, guys.
no, traffic was real bad today.
There was a light
there was
out.
a big event in town, and lights were out, and it was just a hot mess.
Okay, so we will pause here at the end of round 1. Round
Mhm.
2 next. What'd you guys learn?
That I should just hit stuff with my staff.
Never trust the furbog.
Yeah, you're gonna have some explaining to do.
Felix, Loxodon like
I don't
having
even know
their
what I'm gonna
trunks
do.
pet.
Trunks are useful, okay?
Diana, what did you say?
Loxodon like having their trunks pet.
Okay.
Felix
Not
isn't exactly on the
What's Felix?
He lied to us.
Okay.
Wait, to who?
Yeah,
Felix?
he kind of set us up for
Yeah, Felix set us up.
murder
Yeah,
duty.
but that's what I was thinking. This means if we find anything, we can keep it.
We don't have a fence.
Is that what that means?
I hope.
Is that what
Listen,
that
may
means?
time your fence.
Old people can tell the future, apparently.
Yes, all of them.
We
Yeah,
should have
no
asked the old person to tell us more
About the
future.
rat.
Okay.
Well, we know that somebody is doing something evil and bad, and that that Drews has to stop them.
I don't know. I think
I mean,
that
he
guy's
did
just
kill the
crazy.
rat, so.
Marthala also killed the rats. Technically, Marthala has done more killing than me. Oh wait, no, I think we're tied in the killing at this.
Right now we're equal in the murder spree.
You should check that when you listen through again. To do
Yeah,
stats.
I'll do some stats on that.
I mean, I
All right.
kind of killed someone too.
I don't have a line for inter-party kills in my spreadsheet.
I have to say, dude, like,
I have killed more
about
player
to.
characters than anyone.
this has never happened in one of my games, so I'm highly entertained, and it's going in my tweet about this. So
If
well
you
done.
kill Quentin before I get to like actually play him, I'm gonna be so upset.
Luth made a joke
I'm
this
glad I
afternoon
have
where I was like,
the-
I
Yeah,
need you to
yeah.
come pick stuff up off like the and he was like, just murder my
With, like,
character
Taker
and then I'll have
dishes.
free time. And I was like, there are only 2 players in this game that have promises for no killing. And I made deals with them for it, and you weren't one of them. So this, you don't know. Maybe I talked to Wordman ahead of time. All right,
Yeah,
Was this part of his
I'm
deal?
Yeah.
secretly chaotic evil.
all right. So
Yeah.
I don't think it's secret anymore.
role
I
playing
mean,
point.
his patron is Cthulhu.
Who gets? Who wants? Who? What? Oh God.
RP point.
Yeah. RP point. Put people
I
forth.
didn't use mine.
You didn't know, and you lose it now unless you get.
But I'm
another.
okay with him getting another one for that intimidation with the rundown of the crew.
Yeah, that's pretty
I
good.
think he deserves it for complaining all the way down.
Oh yeah, that was
Yeah, that
that's
too.
funny.
Didn't sign up for this. I was uninformed.
So dirty in here.
Yeah, your flavor text there was quite good, I would say. Any other nominations?
I missed a few of them. You guys cut out.
So the only 2 nominations on the board are actually for you, for Brandon, intimidating the crew, and
Did not cut out. He just wanted to hear it again.
oh.
Hey guy, let me bask in the wonder.
I heard every word of it.
Other
I know you
nominations.
did too.
Other nominations.
Go ahead.
I want Quentin to get one for challenging whatever we've decided your name is.
Brandon.
The guy for being like, yeah, do it. You won't when it comes to the down there.
I don't want to do it.
When it comes to the what?
Challenging him in order to get him to go down here.
Okay,
Yeah.
that was good.
Those good words that didn't make much sense, but
We got there in the end. It's good. Okay,
Yeah.
any other nominations?
Okay,
or are
yeah.
we ready to vote?
Contract Joe.
Marthala first shutting down the alley. Like, that was cool.
That was very cool.
Yeah, that was good.
Just the full-on slow walk Vin Diesel in slow motion.
Yeah, the Vin Diesel reference in particular.
no, Vin Diesel
was-
resting bitch face.
That
Yeah,
Yeah,
was quite
I'll
good.
that
love
was
that.
good. Yeah, that was really good. I liked that.
I was gonna put Geth up for like, oh hey, so let me help your uncle here.
That and also
I was gonna say that. Yeah.
That and
That-
the here, I'll just
Signing
sign
Jeff.
anything. Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
I'll just sign this. It's
Signing
fine.
it Jeff instead of Geth, that was
Yeah.
pretty great.
That was really good. Okay.
And then I was gonna say Mr. Furry Pants for dropping me in basically one hit.
Yeah.
Because you hit me for 15, and if I had taken like any damage at all prior to that, I only have 11 hit points.
It's like
He hit you for 10.
I rolled the one, and then on top of that, I roll fucking damage.
Max
Yeah.
damage on
But
Eldritch Blast.
The particularly good part was that you immediately went invisible.
Yeah, no, that was
Yeah.
really good.
Dude, I didn't want to die.
Dude, like if you hadn't, it would have been rage immediately into you.
Well, I just so
like as soon
Wordman,
as you went
I
out, I
just
was like, I'm fucked.
Wordman, I just love that you've picked up enough of the Quentin Druge like relationship that you were like, oh, I murdered Quentin. Oh, Druge is gonna
shit.
murder
Oh,
me.
shit.
I need to like oh shit. That's perfect. It's so good. Okay, so I know that we need to get Justice and Diana up here. So let's vote really quickly. So what we got on nominations are Brandon for either intimidating the crew or complaining all the way down, Quentin for challenging Brandon to go down the fissure in the first place, Marthala for shutting down that alley, Geth for his overall friendliness, helping the uncle and signing as Jeff, and Brandon for straight up murdering Quentin and then turning invisible. Votes?
That was fun.
Do you want to put those in that channel, or do you want to say in audio?
Son of a bitch! I should have been typing it in the whole time. I hate.
I can type in.
I
the
vote
wrong-
murder.
Yeah, I was gonna vote murder anyway.
Yeah, I think it goes to Wordman here.
Yeah.
Any yeah. So that was 3 for Wordman. I think I heard. So I think
Wordman it is.
That
Wordman
cures
it
it.
is. Okay, I'm sorry. I forgot I was supposed to type them in. I'll type them in next
So
time.
yes,
My
what about my
apologies.
next character?
So Wordman's next character and my next character are gonna have a backstory together.
Okay, cool. So you guys can get out of here. I'm gonna hang out and answer any questions that anybody has. But thank you so much for coming. Are we on for next week still?
Oh, do you want to end stream before discussions?
Oh yeah, I guess. Yours buttons. Stream. You guys have been great. I love that I've got 7 viewers, and I'm very excited about you guys. And you guys should definitely participate in chat next time. We will hopefully be playing next Tuesday, but I will tweet out about it. Hugs and kisses. Thanks for putting up with. I can't find the button. There it is. Thanks for putting up with the technical difficulties, and see you on the flip side. Bye.